Welcome back to the pod you're looking for. I'm Josh. This is Sam. And Christmas might be the most wonderful time of the year, but I think I might start having to say that April is the busiest movie season we've gotten.
It
Holy
very well
cow.
may be, dude. Oh
What
my
in the
goodness.
world,
Have
man?
you ever sat through a bigger just influx of news and big info drops? We have so much to discuss.
There's way too much, dude. So much that even last night we put out a 40-minute episode to address just the news on Marvel alone.
Just Marvel.
We've got so much today that I don't even know if we have enough time for it.
No, and then on top of that, we have Daredevil rocking. We have Invincible. We have well, we don't cover the boys, but we have Maul, Shadow Lord. All three are firing in all cylinders.
Yes.
We have a ton to do. We might even have a game.
We might even have.
We might have even squeaked in a game at some
We
point.
can squeak one in.
We have a ton to talk about, ton
Yes.
to cover. We might just have to jump right in. I think.
Yes. Usually the way we do it is sometimes when we do our galactic transmissions, those things, they're like very specific things, this and that.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those segments I think a lot of people should listen to because this is a lot of news basically coming from CinemaCon this week.
Yeah, we're
just
recapping
about
CinemaCon.
the next year, maybe even next 2 years. Just
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of a lot of things scheduled, new movies announced, details on movies that are coming out, a lot of stuff like that, trailers coming. All kinds of stuff there. That's the big thing. So I think this episode we're going to flip it. We're going to do all the CinemaCon stuff at the start.
Yeah.
Then we're going to get into the episodes later on.
Yeah.
So, because we've been flipping it the last couple times.
Yeah.
So we'll
Very
keep going
excited.
with that.
Yeah.
Dude, ton of news. What do you want to start with?
I think we just go in order of the stuff that
All
we
right.
wrote down.
All right.
Yeah,
Good.
you want to start at the top here? We haven't discussed any of this. We just wrote everything that we heard.
We did, yes.
Of substance.
And we're going to really try to have to challenge ourselves to be quick with stuff.
Yeah, we'll
as
try and
much as we
breeze through
can.
it. Yeah, we'll
So
try and speed
not
run.
10 minutes for each point,
well, imagine
hopefully.
how easily can we make the clip job afterward?
We'll try.
Yeah.
We'll try.
Sweet. You want to jump right in?
Yes.
Top Gun?
Yes.
Top Gun.
Top Gun 3 was just announced.
Top Gun 3 is coming. How do you feel about
Starring
this?
Tom Cruise.
What are
I'm
your-
out.
You're out?
I'm out.
Are you really
I'm
as
sorry.
much as you enjoyed Maverick?
Yeah,
Or
like,
because you enjoyed Maverick?
I enjoyed Maverick so much, but it felt like such a deserving sequel because of how long we waited, because of the story that they could build.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. We got to learn to let go. That was the
Yeah, I
perfect
agree.
way to end it. I'm sorry. Or if you're going to do it again. No, that's it. That's it. I think they made it such a nice tribute
I just
in
can't
the
think of
movie and everything around when it came out. Everything was so beautiful about that movie that now just leave it.
What other story is there to tell?
I don't know. And now it feels like you're just like this is the cash grab. And I'm sure before in some ways it was, but it's like, dude, come on. Let's just leave it.
I'm not a fan either.
I'm out.
But it's tricky because it's like you could have stopped the Mission Impossible franchise 5 times,
But
and every
that's-
time that's come out, it's been great. I don't know. I mean, it's Tom Cruise, and Jerry Bruckheimer is set to produce it, being like an executive producer position, and no word yet from what I could tell on if Joseph Kosinski was returning to direct, because I know they're also working on an F1 sequel. So I don't know, but I don't know. You could make the argument why this would be a great idea. I just don't know if I buy it, and it comes from no place of just wanting to hate, and
of course,
from strictly from the place of just loving and respecting the first 2 so much. Again, you don't need not everything needs to be a trilogy, like you said. I think just leave it. Tom Cruise is already doing that comedy. He's doing Digger. He's involved in a couple different projects. He's rumored in quite a few. And this Top Gun thing is only just kind of resurfaced. And obviously it's official. It's happening. I just don't think it's necessary. But again, I'll be seated. You'll never not get me in a theater to watch Tom Cruise do some stunt in a ridiculous vehicle. I'll always be there. I just don't know.
Yeah, I just think a lot of the charm wears off when you want to. It's like we just saw it.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, the 2 movies tell a very complete story between Maverick. Gosh, I think I have an eyelash on my eye. Maverick and Rooster, and then Rooster's son, and right?
Yeah.
Rooster, and then what was his son's name? It was Goose, and then Rooster was the son.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. So it's a very complete story between the 2.
Yeah, this one will be about Duck.
Duck, unless you really just phase Tom Cruise out, which to me, I mean, then you don't have Top Gun.
Exactly. That's why it should just end, in my opinion. And I think that's different than Mission Impossible because
you're going to see a fringe group of people that are
Mission Impossible has been the one that comes out every 3 or 4 years, always kind of something coming.
Yeah, exactly.
And even that, they should learn to let go.
Right.
Which that was news
Which
we
I
didn't
hope they
cover
did.
because they said something the other day about how a 9th one is in the works again. Like, dude, let it go.
Yeah.
Like, those are the things, man. Like, we're good.
I saw something that Glenn Powell was saying that Tom Cruise actually was like pressuring him to take his spot and continue on the franchise. And
Interesting.
Glenn Powell was like, absolutely not. Like, one, nobody should be doing that but you. Two, even if I could do that, I would not hang out of a plane like you do. So Glenn Powell shut it down, which I'm glad somebody has the right sense. But yeah, again, like you said, I think a lot of it just stems from Tom Cruise wanting to defy age and time, and at some point it's okay to just pack it up and move on to something else,
Yeah.
But Top Gun, we'll
Top
see.
Gun.
It'll be good, I'm sure. I just don't know if it's necessary. But
I totally agree.
Next up, we have a Call of Duty movie confirmed and given an official release date, at least a tentative one, June 30th, 2028. Now, I will say these end-of-month release dates are very subject to change. Oftentimes, it's like a placeholder for something. You'll see, like, when something doesn't have an official date, it'll be like, oh, it's coming December 31st or whatever. Like, it's kind of a placeholder. So I wouldn't bank on this too much. The news is more just the fact that a Call of Duty movie is happening.
Yes.
And originally, Steven Spielberg was asked to be a part of this as the director, not even just producing. He was asked to direct, which you think Saving Private Ryan. I believe he had a hand in Band of Brothers. So there's a lot of good war movie experience that Steven Spielberg brings to the table here that would suit very well for Call of Duty. However, I also know that Steven Spielberg, and I believe this is the sentiment online, apparently he rejected the offer because he wanted full creative control, and Activision wanted their hands in it quite a bit themselves. And I guess there's a whole thing about like Steven Spielberg kind of wanted to maybe integrate some like anti-war sentiment where it's like, hey, we don't actually, not glorifying the war that you see on screen. And for one reason or another, it just didn't work out. That's a bummer. I'm sure it'll be action-packed, very good. I'm sure it'll be something much closer to warfare, like an Alex Garland type thing, where it's just like very gritty and very visceral. Maybe not glorifying war, but certainly not shying away from anything either. Like, I'm sure it'll just be a true Call of Duty experience. I certainly hope it's not like indicative or reflective of the more recent projects where it's like people are running around in panda costumes shooting paintball guns. You know what I mean? I hope it's like a legit war movie, but I don't know. What do you think? As somebody who didn't, I mean, Call of Duty was never like a staple of your childhood. So how do you feel?
Honestly, I just always get worried when they attach names to it. Is a war movie always cool to me? Sure. But it's like when you put the name of Call of Duty, like if it's going to be good, it has to just be a war movie to me.
Right.
So then why would you put the name Call of Duty attached to it?
Yeah.
Unless you're just thinking you're going to get those people in.
Yeah.
But you're going to tick people off if you don't do the things.
Yeah, because now people have expectations.
Yes.
So, they want
so I don't love it.
Yeah.
But I won't hate. I'll see it, I'm sure. But
I guess my question is, like, what makes it, like you said, what makes it Call of Duty? Like,
yes.
Are you playing
because it's just a war game.
Right. If it's just a war movie, it's just a war movie.
So then why is Call of Duty attached as the name? Then?
Are we doing, like, Task Force 141? Are we doing, like, Soap and Price and Ghost
if they
and
do
all
that,
those?
that's awesome.
That's killer.
Yes.
That's some good stuff.
That's
like,
awesome.
If you're just doing a war movie, it's just an Activision developed
But you have to actively do exactly that. Otherwise, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either.
So that's kind of my thought.
I don't know. I mean, again, people are always seated for the war movie stuff. Even as much as we see that in the world today, people always sit down for the cinematic experience of a war movie. But again, like you said, the Call of Duty, when you attach a brand to it, it just kind of sours the taste in people's mouth. But I guess we'll have to.
Yes.
We'll have to see how that plays out. But again, subject to change. But
yes. Next up thing that I want to mention real quick before I forget, meant to do it right off the top.
Yeah.
We just dropped a Discord.
We did.
So that's another piece of news. So I'd love to have you in there. We already got people in. Mentioned it at the end of our emergency pod yesterday, but I know a lot of people might have missed that. So Discord dropped. Community stuff in there. We're voting on polls. Going to be doing. Just want to hear on your thoughts on everything. Basically, kind of have a hand and help organizing this podcast. So if you want to join that, it's link in all of our descriptions. So
very fun.
Yes.
We're having a good time.
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate you doing that.
Yes.
All right, sweet.
So the next thing we got the official. It's been teased for a while, but the Hunt for Gollum was
back in
officially
Middle-earth.
fully announced with all of the cast members that were going to be returning and the couple that aren't. Specifically Aragorn.
Yeah.
Vigo's gone. What do you think?
I mean,
what do you think of the new guy?
He's what? He's like 65 or something like that.
Course, of course. And I think if there's a role you need to do it for, it's him.
De-aging only gets you so far, and I think after the disastrous CGI controversy that was associated with The Hobbit, where people, you went from using all these practically dressed and done-up orcs and goblins and all this, you moved into everything was CGI in The Hobbit, and Ian McKellen had like emotional breakdowns on set because he was supposed to be acting with an ensemble of like 12 people, and none of them were there. It was just him in a green box, and he was having like panic attacks. You want to pivot, and I think that this is the right way if you're going to do it. You want it to be practical, and you want it to be a real person playing this real character. You don't want to take Vigo and have him shuffle around set and then put his 30-year-old face on his body. You know what I mean? He's just not going to operate the same way, especially because Aragorn's a very physical character. And his physicality and his athleticism and his kind of quickness to the punch is very vital to his character, at least in this juncture of his arc. So you want a person that's going to reflect that. Now, Jamie Dornan, perfect for that.
Yeah.
And honestly, makeup, hair, accessories, everything, you'll probably hardly be able to tell the difference. I mean, it's pretty good. It's going to be pretty uncanny if you kind of put the two and two together and just imagine long hair on the guy. It's going to be pretty close.
Yes.
So I'm not too worried. Again, this is where we just fall back into that Top Gun conversation. Why is this movie happening?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's a great point. Honestly, I don't know the Lord of the Rings lore as much, or the books. I never read them. So I don't know if this feels like it's a needed story to happen or what people think. I will say the couple of Lord of the Rings fans that I do know that I asked about this, they did say they were excited for it.
It's very exciting.
Not just excited, but they felt like it was worthwhile story to tell.
Sure. Well, there's a lot that happens again, and in the books, Tolkien kind of implies that a fair amount went down between Aragorn and Gandalf in this 70-year span between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. They're trusted allies by the time this goes down. Aragorn is close to Legolas. And again, at the end of the Hobbit trilogy, we get that little tease where Thranduil tells Legolas to go in search of Strider. So, like, you get the teases there. You see the pieces kind of starting to fall together. But at the time of Lord of the Rings, when we see all these characters meet, some of them have already met and have these at least base-level connections that have not been expanded upon yet. There's stuff in the books that's never expanded upon that I believe will be kind of teased or mentioned in this, which is great, be able to fill in the gaps, and some of it is very gritty. A lot of the lore of Middle-earth and the happenings between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings when Sauron is amassing his forces in Mordor, a lot of it is like the darker, grittier stuff that just didn't translate well into the tone Fellowship was trying to start things off with. So this is a great opportunity to kind of fill in that gap. Now, as somebody who I grew up playing those Shadow of Mordor games. So there were two games. It was Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, and Shadow of War. They take place right in between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. And it covers a character's name is Talion, and he's basically a guardian of he guards the Black Gate, like kind of between Middle-earth and Mordor. And Sauron's forces kind of like ambush at one point, and one of the servants of Sauron murders Talion's family in front of him, and they kill Talion, and Talion's resurrected by a ring wraith, and he's basically sent on this like revenge mission to take out Sauron's top people and work his way up to Sauron and take out the whole legion of dark forces in Mordor. Very dense, very dark, gritty story. Very good. But you're playing it and you're understanding, man, even though we have The Hobbit, we have The Lord of the Rings, there's a lot of gray area here and a lot of individual characters with stories to tell. I mean, Talion's story, he interacts with Gollum and he interacts with a couple people. In no way is his story really associated with Frodo or Bilbo or anything, any of the One Ring stuff, really. Just aside from he's got the same grudge against Sauron. You know, he's trying to destroy him, same as everybody else. So there's a lot of different characters with valid stories to be told and recognized. So there is a draw there. Again, the question is relevance, but there's no doubt about draw. I'm excited. Again, but you're sitting in there and you're like, again, you almost hope that audiences are kind of mixed on it. I hope I love it. I hope audiences are mixed, because a too positive of a reception would mean that we end up getting like 8 spin-offs and 6 more movies, and then the whole Middle-earth thing is no longer as sacred as it has been for 20 years within cinema. You know what I mean? And I almost feel protective of that, just wanting people to continue to respect these stories. But, oh well.
I think it's a great point.
But,
no, that's a great point.
You know what I mean?
That's a great point. But I do think Jamie Dornan is going to be a great cast for that.
I think he'll be great.
He looks the part so much already.
He plays the stoicism, shtick very well. I think he'll play Aragorn pretty well at that part where Aragorn is rugged and kind of running from a destiny that he knows is probably inevitable. Like, I think he could totally play into that quite well.
Yep.
We'll see. But...
Yeah, we will see. The next thing we wanted to drop, when we got the Sony panel at CinemaCon, wearing the shirt for it.
You are, dude.
But
this is huge.
This is huge. We got our first look. Some images dropped from Beyond the Spiderverse. Finally, we got to see some images, and it looks phenomenal.
Talk about it, dude.
The art looks great. The shot I thought that was the most interesting, I don't know if you saw this, was the one with Miguel and Miles, where the colors almost are switched on who's what. Where Miles almost has the colors that Miguel wears, and Miguel has a blackish-looking thing that either could be, I don't know, like a symbiote-style thing, or it could be Spot's colors. Something weird is going on. But the design of all of that looks phenomenal, and I'm really intrigued by that.
I am,
what
too.
that means.
I mean, it could be as simple as...
I think that's intentional, though, that they would drop that one with all the things in there, too, just to get you thinking about it.
Sure, of course.
But, like, I think that doesn't... that's not just there. I think that means something.
Well, there's a chance that it could just be as simple as an impact frame, correct?
That's true. Yeah, could be.
On the other hand, we did see
That's boring.
It is boring. That's the easiest opt-out or answer to that question. On the other hand, we did when Miguel meets Miles in the Spider Society, and Miles is walking through Miguel's like main headquarters or whatever you want to call that. He's walking by all of like the relics and stuff, and he sees Miguel has like an alternate suit. And correct me if I'm wrong, the suit is white, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like a Future Foundation type suit where it's like the white on black. So I don't know. Maybe they adapted that, and he took out the new suit to pursue Miles. But yeah, it could be I took it initially as an impact frame, but then I saw the conversation and I was like, okay, you know what? It's probably valid. I mean, again, like you said, 4 images are released. The movie doesn't come out for a year. They want people talking, so clearly every image was intentional. But yeah. Yeah,
I was just excited because it looks beautiful.
It just looks amazing.
I've just been nervous about the movie, the lack of detail, everything going on with it. It's nice to see it. It's nice to know that as we talk about Invincible, we talk about other things where the animation feels a little lacking. You're seeing it and you're like, all right, the floor now for this movie is here because this just looks phenomenal.
Well, these long waits result in one of two things. Either you're waiting because you know the audience is going to hate it, and you're almost like trying to prolong the inevitable, or it's a Grand Theft Auto 6, it's a Spiderverse, it's a...
We hope.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a Star Wars Battlefront situation where you're prolonging the release of this thing because you want it to be perfect because the fans deserve that, you know? And that really seems like this is what the creators are determined to do, is deliver upon a trilogy that fans are expecting will be up there in the conversation as the greatest of all time. They want to cross that finish line, and it seems like they're going to. And gosh, if that doesn't fire you up, dude.
Oh, it absolutely does. But that's the thing that's so good about animation is you can do that. You can have the weights.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not as big of a deal, you know? It's not like we're seeing all these characters age in front of us and we're like, dude, this is it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's fine. And if they're doing 3, good. Then the wait's fine, honestly.
Right.
It's hilarious, though, to think about the fact that it was supposed to come out in 2024.
It is ridiculous.
March 2024.
I put that more on them. Like, I think they got ahead of themselves. I think they just got excited. Like, I think they wanted to be able to tell fans, hey, we got a good thing going here. And they said recently, we had a story and we ended up scrapping it because we just came up with a better way to end this thing. And that's great. You know what I mean? Good, yeah. All's forgiven here, you know? Honestly, the argument or the question about, you know, what's with the long wait time, that kind of fizzled out for me and it sounds funny, but when K-Pop Demon Hunters came out and you heard about how long that movie took to be made, and the way it looked, the quality of that movie from a visual standpoint, I was like, Oh, okay. So really, you guys are just like cooking, 4-course meals over there every day, and you just want to pump out the best possible finished product that you can. Like, okay, then keep doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, that was when the conversation should have ended. When K-pop Demon Hunters came out and people saw the way that looked, and then heard, hey, this thing took like 7 years. At that point, you sit back and you're like, all right, take as long as you need with Spider-Man of all characters. Then, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I also think with the animators thing where it's people are like, buy more people, you got a specific design and you have a vision. Like, you don't want just anybody working on it. It's like the same way you wouldn't, as much as it would maybe make your life easier to have a bunch of people work on editing our podcast, but you have a vision for how you do it.
Exactly.
You don't want to just have anybody working on it.
Yeah.
You need this process done.
Yeah, well, you want it to be consistent with the look you've established, but you also want, to, like you said, to have a team of people that understand the look you've established personally, so that when you try and build on it, it's only up. It's not,
because it's more than that. Its emotion is so much conveyed in exactly every little shot. It's not just a stylistic thing.
Exactly.
It's like yeah. There's something deeper to it.
Yeah, dude. Great point. Yeah. All right. Next up is a little thing. This was less of a CinemaCon thing. It just happened while CinemaCon was active. But Disney ended up making some layoffs with the new leadership and the new team working in the Disney HQ. Some people were laid off. Some departments were kind of diminished to pave the way for a couple changes Disney wants to make, be a little bit more forward thinking. They want to kind of make a couple waves in the digital space, and so some of like the practical workers were let go, which is always a shame. The sad truth is, like, just because media changes and like the visual appeal and like what draws an audience changes, like it doesn't make artists or hardworking people or like the things that they contribute any less relevant. You know what I mean? And so it's always a bummer when like visual artists are let go, or visual designers, or people who like are very skilled in specific areas are just let go because they're no longer deemed relevant, just because like the art form is changing, or the focus is elsewhere. It's always a bummer, but that is what happened here, especially with Marvel Studios took a huge hit. Around 1,000 visual designers were let go. And I see a lot of people, this can be very quick. I see a lot of people pushing back on this. They're saying, great, just in time for Doomsday and Secret Wars, now all the movies are going to look terrible.
You can pay RDJ $75 million, but you can't pay them.
Right. I would like to make the important distinction. Like, visual artists refer more to like the in-house like concept artists, like the people designing like costumes and stuff like that. It's more like the hands-on people. It's not like the people when these movie studios, the reason these credits are so long is because when these movies come out, like and the things are shot and this and that, these companies outsource their movies to these like third-party companies for CGI effects, like Skywalker sound and all that stuff, and all that stuff, like all the CGI that you see is done by these like other parties. It's not like in like Marvel. From what I understand, and again, maybe I'm speaking out of term here, but like from what I understand, and what I've researched, it seems almost as if it's more like they've got their product semi-finished, they just need the visual effects, and they send it out, and the other people do it. So does the visual effects take a hit in certain places? Yes, but I don't believe it's like going forward the Marvel movies are going to look terrible because these people are gone. Like, I think it's more just they're going to have to reroute and reallocate some responsibilities and change some stuff around, but it sounds like the machine is still...
You're not going to put that much money into something and then have those couple... those 1,000 workers, that's the reason that the movie is going to flop or something.
Yeah,
exactly. Because that area is whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to be bigger than that. Like,
it's a hit. Sure. 1,000
you
workers
feel
is
awful
a lot
for the
of people.
You feel awful for the people. That's the bigger story, I guess, in it. But
sure.
I don't think it's that much of a story for Marvel going forward.
Right. This is like when, the NFL or MLB team trades like, a high pick for a mid-tier player, and people are like, oh, I've been waiting for this franchise's downfall. It's like, no, they're just kind of reallocating the resources. You know what I mean? Again, it's such a bummer to watch these people get let go. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, because these people are all relevant and talented, and I just hate that. But I see a lot of like talk about how like this is like Marvel's gonna tank now because they don't have anybody at the helm doing all the visual effects, and that's just not true. So I just wanted to make that distinction. It's not CinemaCon news, but it happened during CinemaCon. So there's that.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
We got Warner Brothers dropped a crap load of movie dates. Like it was kind of dropping the dates, but also officially kind of announcing these movies that were coming out. A lot of them were things that we've discussed on. They're very active in this horror genre of these other ones. So we got some other ones confirmed. We got the spinoff to Weapons. Which is going to be the Gladys movie, which a lot of people called for. So that's interesting. So that's officially happening. It's 2028. They're doing, get it, another Final Destination movie.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, another one. The finaler destination. The finalist destination. So the 7th one. They're also doing an Evil Dead movie that's coming out. Mm-hmm. They're also doing an animated R-rated Bloodborne movie from Sony.
That's sick.
Which is cool.
That's
Talk about
interesting.
Sony animation.
I wonder how that works with the R-rated.
Talk about that, yeah. And then lastly as well, they announced that there's going to be a prequel Oceans movie. And that's going to be written, directed, and starring Bradley Cooper, and also featuring Margot Robbie.
Interesting.
Very nice.
Interesting. What of those are you excited to see?
So, can I quickly on the Oceans thing? I've only seen Oceans 11. I haven't seen anything else.
I haven't seen any of them. I got it recently on Apple TV because it was like on sale for $5, but I haven't watched it yet.
Love Oceans 11.
It's like a heist movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a casino heist kind of thing.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll check it out.
I haven't seen anything else. I don't even know how many movies there are in it, but I kind of feel like it's, again, the story of the day. Final Destination, Lord of the Rings, Lord of the Rings, whatever, might be a little different. It's like, dude, we're milking it. We're milking it.
The Oceans thing?
Like, what are we doing?
Again, it's Call of Duty. Just make a heist movie.
Yes. Why do you have to just attach it to this universe?
Right,
it's
just
like,
make a
come
heist
on.
movie. Yeah.
Bradley Cooper, Margot Robbie heist movie, cool.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
That's great.
it's the prequel. It's the prequel to, and then we've had 4 iterations of it's like, dude, come on.
Right.
Like, it was just Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Ocean's 11. That was it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, come on. I don't know. Maybe I'm being the old head take here.
No, you're not. I mean, it's the sequel. We're in the era of sequels, right?
I'm just out.
Everything kind of has to have some association with like some big IP. But again, Oceans isn't even that big. It's just a couple good movies. I think there's Oceans 12, Oceans. I think there's just Oceans, and but it's not like a huge. It's like the Now You See Me franchise. It's like, again, they made the Now You See Me movie last year, and I was sitting there and I'm like, you know what? Like, I think the reason I don't like this is because it's a Now You See Me movie. Just make another heist movie, dude. Like, don't even. I'm kind of good, It's the same reason like The Nice Guys with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe worked a couple years ago. Like, it wasn't like a Miami Vice thing. It was you took the concept and you made it your own. The Nice Guys succeeded on its own.
And so then you can elaborate in different ways instead of having it to like follow in order of what else happened.
Right, exactly.
And it just feels like you're trying.
It's not tied down to anything.
And those actors are big enough that you don't need it to be.
They can draw a crowd. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
Right now?
I hate when good ideas kind of get bogged down because you have to associate it, by name with the slog fest from before. You know what I mean? But. Yeah, I'll have to watch it. I'll have to watch the Oceans stuff because I actually had
I really like Oceans 11.
A couple people recommended Oceans to me, and I haven't seen it yet.
But I haven't seen the rest.
Okay. I know you're probably excited for the Weapons one, right? Or no, you didn't like Weapons, did you?
I thought it was okay. It was fine. I think if you're going to do it, I mean, that's not a bad idea, honestly. Gladys was the most interesting part of Weapons.
Really?
I just thought it was kind of underwhelming, the movie.
Really? Okay.
I felt like it kind of just didn't go too many places and everything. They don't tell you anything about Gladys. They don't tell you nothing.
So this could be actually a dense story then.
But I almost thought it would work better as a show, to be honest.
We talked about this, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think I remember saying that. Yeah, I think a show would.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
I'd watch that. Gladys.
Yeah. Gladys.
Is it same lady returning?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like a prequel.
I think she got nominated for.
She did. I think she won a couple things.
Did she actually?
She didn't win like an Oscar.
Yeah.
Oh, did she?
No.
Did she win supporting?
Did she really? Wait, she might. She did.
She won supporting.
She did win
supporting actress, wasn't it?
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So, hey, I guess that's good then. But
yeah. Okay, so it's not like prequel, like her as a young woman, like...
I don't know what they're going to do. That's a good point.
Well, yeah.
I guess we'll have to figure it out.
Interesting.
I guess Warner Brothers hit us up.
Yeah, the Warner Bros. Is cooking right now. They are. They're on a roll. All right, what's next?
Oh, please take us through this DC stuff.
How's her name pronounced again?
Adria Arjona.
Adria Arjona?
I think so.
Arjona?
Arjona.
Or something, right?
Arjona.
Wasn't it like
a Adria Arjona.
It's like breathy. It's more breathy.
Yeah.
Right.
Adria Arjona.
I'm not doing the roll. I can't roll my tongue.
I can't do that either.
Adria Arjona?
Adria Arjona.
Oh my gosh. All right, yeah. Next up, we have Adria Arjona cast.
Can we keep that?
Yeah.
We were just practicing trying to say this. We looked up.
For 20 minutes we've been practicing this lady's name.
I looked up
Adria Arjona. I can't roll my tongue. So that's the
Adria
problem.
Arjona.
Biggest white
I don't know,
guy.
something like that. Yeah, I can't really.
It's
either.
not going to happen.
Yeah, I looked up Sammy J's video and he like beautifully says
killed
it, and I was like,
crushed
oh
it.
my gosh, I can't do that.
We sat here.
Did you hear me? I said you should take this next bit of news.
Internally, I wanted to kick you under the table. Yeah, well, James Gunn just casted her as Maxima in Man of Tomorrow.
Yes.
We think.
Yes, I'll do it for the clip though.
I think this is a cover-up for Wonder Woman.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
yes.
You know, she could play Maxima quite well, but
I mean,
I just would love to see her as Wonder Woman.
Look at her.
You know,
she's gonna perfectly play Wonder Woman.
You know, it's a weird thing. Wonderful cast for Maxima. Wonderful miscast for Wonder Woman. Like, or wonderful missed opportunity for Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Like, there's no wrong here, I guess, but
It's
think
a deke.
perfect for Wonder Woman.
It's a fake out. There's no way it's not.
I hope so.
I'm sorry.
Dude.
Immediately when I saw it, I was thinking back on what I remembered in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh? I was thinking about it, and then I looked up pictures again, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it'll fit so perfectly.
And she was fantastic in Andor. I saw her in. She was spectacular in Andor.
I think that's it.
I love the casting.
I think that's it. And
I kind of want to just talk about her as Wonder Woman because I just don't.
I think we should.
I just don't even know if I buy the Maxima thing.
I think it's so random. You actually joked to me before. I said I think it's way too random for them to say that and then have her go into this movie and not be Wonder Woman unless they're just trying to hide it. You said, well, it is James Gunn.
Yes, it would be James Gunn, up his alley to bring in some rando. This movie seems dense
Maxima
enough.
being the rando. Not...
You're right, exactly. You have Superman and Lex Luthor teaming up and squashing their beef to take on Brainiac.
I know. And then you're going to...
On top of that, Supergirl's in the movie and Green Lantern? And we're supposed to have Maxima in there? Again, I know people could make the same argument, why is Wonder Woman in there? But you're setting up the Justice League. Maxima is an alien who comes to Earth in search of a mate, and she sees Superman as like a suitor for her, as like a person she'd want to hit it up with. Mm-hmm. Where do you fit that in this movie? I think you'd be much more sensible
I think you just
trying to set up Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm. I think you just do it. Yeah, that's obviously, yes. And I think you do it exactly like they did in Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Where it's just, she's kind of a supplementary role, and you kind of fully don't know exactly what she is, but you're like, she's probably Wonder Woman.
Right, yes.
And so then you kind of just slowly have her helping out in the film until the end, and then you're like, boom, Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Also, post-credit scene, here's her new movie coming out.
Sure, Batman v Superman style, where for the most part she's Diana, and then she at the end comes in clutch.
Yes.
That'd be sick.
That'd be cool. I'm in on that.
Imagine a sequence with Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Superman, and Supergirl.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be sick.
It would be awesome.
Wow, suddenly
Get me feeling something.
Suddenly this DC universe seems like it's, falling into place. Mm-hmm. But alas, it'll probably just be Maxima, and I'll want to drink the poison.
Drink the James Gunn poison.
I really, I don't want to be angry anymore.
You're done being. I saw you wore the shirt yesterday.
Yeah, this was
for our emergency pod. You had the James Gunn.
What do they call that? This was my olive branch.
Yeah.
Me wearing the James Gunn shirt last night was my olive branch. I don't want to be mad at the guy anymore. I want to believe.
James, James, it's time for you to answer.
I mean, it's not too late to.
We'll let him out of the closet. Take the shackles off if he's.
It's not too late to change that little IMDb listing from Maxima to Wonder Woman. Yeah.
No, I kind of want them to keep it. I kind of want to stay mad and then have them reveal it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm speaking figurative.
Yes, okay.
I just would, this is James Gunn's perfect opportunity to rope me all the way back in. Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. And that'll be next summer.
It will be next summer. 2027 seems like
crazy.
Just as
3
exciting
super summers in a row.
Wow. Man.
Yeah.
Man.
How awesome is that?
Very cool. The turnaround time, I was just thinking about it. We've talked about it, but the turnaround time between Superman 1 and 2...
It's ridiculous. They're filming this week.
And the magnitude of the stories they're telling is actually quite impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like James Gunn had them both written at the start. He just wrote this thing.
Yeah.
And it's actually, coming together, very quickly. It's... you know what?
You and I have both expressed extremely positive reviews of James Gunn.
Oh.
We love this guy.
I could not love somebody more.
No. not possible. It's
No,
really not
I mean,
possible.
you got the poster over your head for
We
a
do,
reason.
yeah.
You
Look
know?
up.
We salute.
We
before
look up to
record.
James Gunn.
We do. So does Soups. He's James Gunn. He's tied up in the attic. So we look up to him when he's, we're talking to him in the attic.
Right.
But yeah, there's your DC little tidbit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Very a little hopeful, a little light at the end of the tunnel. If that's Wonder Woman, that's a great casting. What a great casting.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
remember a couple months ago, James Gunn followed her on Instagram, and everyone was like, "What's going on?" And James Gunn was like, "Can I follow my friends? Can I follow my friends?" And everyone was like, "Oh, she's Wonder Woman." And he was like, "Can a guy follow his friends?" And then she just got cast in the movie.
Yes. Well, did you see this the other day? There was a report out from, like an official report, I think from Variety, that said James Gunn was eyeing her, Ella Purnell from Fallout, and somebody else.
As who?
To play a role in Man of Tomorrow. That was the description. Okay? And James Gunn responded to it and said specifically, haven't had the pleasure of meeting Ella or the other person, but I do love so-and-so. I do love Adria. And I was like...
Interesting.
I was like, oh, okay. And that was before this got announced officially, that she was in it. The second I saw that, I was like, oh, that's interesting word choice to say specifically. Oh, yeah, acknowledge this report is false. I don't even know these two people.
Yeah.
But this person...
That's intentional. Ella would play a great Harley Quinn.
Oh.
We might need that.
Ooh, and her eyes would be so expressive for
Ella
it.
would play a killer Harley
Yeah.
Quinn. That'd be great.
Wow. She would. I would love to see her.
If Walton Goggins played a DC character, who would he play?
Ooh. Could you see him? I mean, just with the fit, I could see him playing like a scarecrow. That'd be kind of cool. Like I feel like he could pull off such an awesome
would work.
No, it wouldn't. But I feel like the look would be awesome, wouldn't it?
It
'Cause
would.
You could mostly just take his Fallout stuff and just kind of remix it.
It'd be great. He'd be.
Who would he play good? Would you have him in Marvel? Who would you have him play in Marvel?
Well, he was already an Ant-Man. Remember?
Oh yeah, I did it for your.
He played that schmo who got.
Yes.
In that chase sequence or the
Bring
bank
him back.
sequence or whatever.
Bring him back.
Dude, what a miscast. Why would you waste the...
I don't know.
Why would you waste your one golden bullet in Ant-Man and the Wasp? With
Those things, I think I don't care. You just bring them back, right?
I think so.
Who cares?
That's the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Can I actually say this?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously? I've been joking. My thing for a year now on this podcast is whenever I talk about James Gunn, I say James Gunn is trying to figure out a way to integrate the Condiment King. Walton Goggins as the Condiment King would be sick.
Yeah.
Mole Man.
I thought of it too.
Walton
I was
Goggins
just
is
about to make the
Mole
joke.
The return of Mole Man.
Wow.
Wow, dude.
DC's Mole Man with
DC's
Walton
Mole Man.
Goggins.
Oh my word.
That's scenes.
Oh my gosh, dude, that'd be sick. Wow. Man, there you go.
That doesn't
What
get you fired up. I don't know what will. We have one thing. I want to go slightly out of order because I want to end with the best news.
Yeah.
There's two things we have left. First
Sure.
thing was a movie you drafted in your movies. We've had a lot of recent listeners that came in, fairly recent, I'd say.
Yeah.
We did a movie draft back right at the end of this year, early January.
We did.
For the next year, and we're doing it based on global box office.
Yeah.
And you took Hexed.
I did.
You did take
It
Hexed.
was my sleeper pick.
It was.
And everyone laughed at me.
That's right. And we just got some. Guess who didn't laugh at you?
Hey.
Haley Steinfeld, because she's going to be playing one of the main characters.
Who's
now.
laughing now?
Who's laughing? Not
Who
her.
is laughing now?
Not her or her kid.
No.
No.
Or
So
me.
Haley Steinfeld's going to be there. It's going to be a plot centered around a girl who goes on a journey of magic, and it's going to be with her mom.
That sounds like $1 billion movie to me.
Can I say, is that not just Onward? Is Hex not just Onward then?
No. There's a whole other thing with Onward, because aren't they... I mean, yes, there's magic involved, but it's two brothers looking for their dad.
A journey together looking for their dad. I mean, it's just,
Yeah,
you
but
know
that
what I'm
could be
saying. I
anything.
mean,
That's
come on, but it's
Yeah,
very
but that could be
specific.
anything, though.
But
That's
even
like-
look at the style of it. You're like,
You could say, like, Star Wars is, like, a bunch of friends just wandering around, and you're like, isn't that Lord of the Rings?
oh, that's a terrible comparison. That's a terrible comparison. This is the same company making it. 4 years in a row, taking a Marvel star.
Doesn't it go deeper than just magic? I thought there was something where it's like... I thought Hexed was doing, like, a thing because, like, the main character has, like, a learning disability or something, and they were trying to do, like, representation for that or something.
Don't go making me feel bad now.
So I think you're being prejudiced. And I'm not having
Is it really more deep than that? I took
think it
that
is.
directly from discussing film.
Oh,
so,
did you really? Well,
yes.
hold on, let me look this up. Because, yes, I believe there was something where, like...
All right, call me out. Fine.
All right.
Fine.
Hexed.
Fine.
Hexed plot.
0 reviews. Everybody's searching this up. The Hexed Blot. I think it comes out in November, though. Pixar's got a busy year, man.
Is this Pixar or is this is Pixar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's not just Disney. Disney's Hexed is an upcoming 2026 animated adventure film centered around an awkward teenager and his type A mother who discover his unusual peculiarities are actually magical powers, plunging them into a hidden magical realm.
Wait, explain.
Type A?
His?
Oh, we were confused about two different things. So I think maybe Haley Steinfeld plays the mom?
No, but there's 2 females casted.
Really?
Yeah. You serious?
This dog outside. You hear this dog barking?
Dude, this dog. Can we do a quick story time?
I feel like we're in the favela in Brazil.
This dog, your neighbor. Every time I come to your house,
this dog needs to get taken out.
Always. I'll tell you what. There was one time I was leaving your house at it was like a midnight. It was 11:30 midnight. This will happen all the time. The dog's just out there, just big deep bellows, just roaring. I'm like, where? Why are you outside right now?
It's the type of dog that stands there and the arms
just
are
posted up.
Yeah,
and it'll run with me as my car goes down. It'll run the whole way and follow me.
If it could break through the fence, it would jump on your car.
Yes, it would.
It's
I don't know what it wants
dog.
to do, but yeah,
it's like in
just...
Christmas Story. My dad calls them the Bumpus hounds because they all chase him inside. It's ridiculous, dude.
But anyway,
but yeah, okay. So then
let's get to the bottom of the Hexed. I'm confused now.
So you think they did a gender swap? You think it's a her now? Because this is this is the original thing, but maybe they swapped it. Maybe it's a girl now.
See now.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because now it says the film stars Haley Steinfeld and Rashida Jones.
Thank you. See,
but it says it's described still as a. It says it features.
See, wait, no, listen.
Oh, now it says features.
Follows a girl who discovers that she may have access to magic and sets on an adventure with her mom.
So why is it saying teenage son?
See, that's what threw me. You said teen.
Well, that's throwing me too.
His father or mother, and I was like, what? What in the world?
What's up with that?
About? How is that not just Onward?
Oh, now the next article. Hexed is an all-new original film that follows an unconventional teenager and her type A mom.
Oh.
I guess we'll have to figure it out when we sit down in the theater.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We'll have to look extra
can't
careful.
Wait.
I can't you? I mean that'll be the big thing. I think we'll be right neck and neck, and then Hexed will come out, and that'll be the scale tipper.
We just got Hexed. Can't wait.
It'll be like our Lost episode. The Hexed review.
The Hexed review. All right, tell us this last bit, and then we'll move on.
Oh, yeah, we got some Dune news. We're very, very fired up about Dune. Apparently, Dune 3 was showcased. There was a little Denis Villeneuve came out and did a little bit of Dune talk. I believe Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya were out there too. I think that was it. I don't think Pattinson showed or anything. I think it was just the three of them. The first 7 minutes were shown to a crowd, which you talked about this in the emergency pod that we just did. Just these people are just. Gosh, dude, how do you get into those?
Jealous.
How do you get into those rooms, dude?
I know.
The first 7 minutes.
They've all seen it.
And apparently they were showing like the first 15 minutes of Mando and Grogu.
Which is nuts. I have a question.
15?
Question one.
We showed the first 2.5 hours of Mando and Grogu.
Do you think that hinders your experience going forward if you see the beginning of the movie, or do you think that doesn't matter at all? Is that just me coping?
Yeah, a little bit. Because
okay.
I think being in the room and a part of like a group of 100 people who just got to do that, I think that makes up for the fact that you saw the first.
Do you think that's like a blood bond kind of thing? Like whoever was in there with you, you're like, these are my guys. Like we all know about Dune.
Yeah,
that's it.
Like these are the guys I've been through war with.
Yes.
Yeah. Which
except it's
perfect
the most...
segue.
Yeah.
Because apparently the first 7 minutes are described, and I'm quoting this. Apparently it's Blade Runner 2049 meets the D-Day sequence in Saving Private Ryan. Holy smokes, dude!
Wow.
We are in for a treat. I believe it. I mean, the Blade Runner thing makes sense because that was also Denis, but...
Denis said as well, he said, I made Dune 1 and 2 for myself. He said, I made Dune 3 for the fans.
Wow, dude.
Isn't that a bar?
Yo. Oh,
doesn't that get you kind of fired up? Yeah, right?
Wow.
That's something.
I think Timothée Chalamet also said something. What did he say? He said something like, Paul Atreides has become the monster that he always was fighting against, and now the only thing he cares about is protecting the people that he loves. Little tease right there. Now it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that this is where the core of the story is leading. He's only set on protecting the people he loves. He loves Chani, who now despises him. He does not love the woman that he took in marriage to claim the throne. So my question is, how does that play out then? As somebody who hasn't read the books, how does that work then? If he's set on protecting the ones he loves, he's obsessed with power, but he loves the lady that he had to leave to get the power. How does that work? What do you do?
Looks like Zendaya's gone, man.
Is she? Zendaya or the throne, dude.
Yeah.
You got to choose. What would you... Never mind. I was going to say, what would you choose? We can't talk about that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good sum up of stuff, if you're happy there.
Yeah,
I mean, the movie's going to be great.
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah, that's a lot of the CinemaCon. We didn't even get to everything.
Well, we have
honest.
one more little tidbit if you want.
One
You
more
want
tidbit?
to do a little keep 5, cut 5?
Oh, yeah. Let's do a
keep 5, cut 5.
Little game.
A little sprinkle of the game.
Wow.
We're
like this right now.
At the end of the CinemaCon, because I don't believe there might be something today, but the big day everyone was looking forward to was the Disney panel at CinemaCon.
Yes.
The Disney showcase, showing all the movies and all the projects coming out, the major ones anyway.
Yep.
Between now and the end of 2028. We've got a ton of projects discussed, a ton of things to look forward to, but we have around 10 significant projects that I kind of want to read off to you right now, and I want you to tell me if you keep them or cut them.
Oh.
You can only keep 5.
Is this like a blind one? I actually haven't looked at this, so...
Yes, this is good. So I have 10 projects. I'm going to read them off. Tell me, first thought.
Okay.
Keep, cut.
Okay.
And I'll tell you how many you have as we go. First one, Toy Story 5. Are you keeping or cutting Toy Story 5?
I'll keep it.
All right. Next up, we got Star Wars Starfighter.
Oh. I'm going to keep it.
You're keeping that as well?
Yeah.
All right.
This is bad.
The untitled sequel to The Last Planet of the Apes.
Oh, my gosh. That was announced?
Yeah, 2028.
I'm going to have to skip or...
You're cutting that one?
I'm cutting it.
Really, dude?
Because I don't have room. I would have kept it. In hindsight.
Honestly, it probably is the right move. Next up, we have Ice Age Boiling Point.
Okay, that's it. Oh, I'm keeping that one. No. Cut it.
Cut. All right, easy cut. Next up, we got Hexed.
Cut.
Yep.
I should have kept it. I should have kept the other one.
Yeah, you have 3 more keeps and 2 more cuts. Next up, we got The Mandalorian and Grogu. Are you keeping or
No,
cutting?
I'm cutting it.
You're cutting?
Yeah, cutting.
Okay, you got one more
Snip,
cut.
snip, snip.
You have next up. You got Moana. The Moana live action.
Cut. I'm good.
You're cutting that?
I'm good.
All right, so you're keeping just the last 3. We got Avengers Doomsday.
Oh, huge. Thank goodness.
This is kind of a hybrid Marvel Disney thing. We got Spider-Man Brand New Day, and then we got The Devil Wears Prada 2.
Oh.
So your 5 that you're keeping are Toy Story.
I'll keep just one on the whole list. Just Devil Wears Prada 2.
Devil Wears Prada 2. The Toy Story, you're keeping Toy Story 5, Star Wars Starfighter, Avengers Doomsday, Devil Wears Prada 2, and Spider-Man Brand New Day. You're cutting dude, that's a bummer. You're cutting the Planet of the Apes sequel. You're cutting Ice Age Boiling Point. That's awful.
That's a huge bummer.
And cutting Hexed. You're cutting Mando and Grogu, and you're cutting Moana. Did you ever think you'd see the day where Mando and Grogu would be a quick cut?
That's too bad. You know, honestly, if I could see the list now and do it, I would literally flip Devil Wears Prada 2 with the Planet of the Apes.
So you're still cutting Mando.
Yeah. We should talk about that at some point. That's a good answer. You know, when I asked you the question the other day, what's something we haven't really talked about on this podcast that you want to?
Yeah.
Freaking love Planet of the Apes, man.
That's awesome.
You got me into those
so good.
when the last one came out.
I can't, and they really, the last
was that
one,
2023?
the last one they did, Kingdom, was,
it was so good.
That ended on such a high
Such a
opening
banger,
note,
dude. It was such a banger.
They could go anywhere with
Yes, because the 5th and 6th, we were talking about how they did the reverse where it flips.
Yeah.
That's so good.
It started with the apes taking the world from the humans.
Now the humans are taking it from the apes.
Oh, it's going to cook.
So
dude.
good.
Oh, this is
so
going to be great.
Good.
All right, so there you go. That was CinemaCon talk. Until next year.
CinemaCon.
Until next year.
We're going to try and go. No, I would love to.
Would you rather go to CinemaCon, Comic-Con in San Diego, or would you rather go to Star Wars Celebration? Because I believe all of them are happening next year.
Now that I've seen what's happening, CinemaCon next year.
Oh, really?
Because here's the thing.
Really?
Secret Wars is going to be coming out. You think they're showing the trailer of Secret Wars and we're the first that get to see it? I'm all there. I mean, how awesome would that be? The fan of me says Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah.
The marketing for the podcast of me says San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And then just thinking about what would be nuts is CinemaCon.
Sure.
I think that's where I'd go.
Yeah.
Would you follow?
Now here's my question.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably would agree if you had just one day. So you can't go to the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know what this one day is going to entail, but you just know you have one day to walk into one of them. You can't afford the whole week. You know what I mean? Because if you go to CinemaCon, but you're only there when they're doing the Warner Bros. Panel.
Do I know the guests for that day, or is it just chance?
No, so I'm saying just like what event in and of itself, by nature, would you be okay popping in any day? So it's like CinemaCon's great because you know today I'm getting Warner Bros. And maybe that's a little bit down, but tomorrow I got Disney.
Ooh.
I'm saying any given day. You go to any of these, which one are you taking just for a one-day experience?
The Star Wars Celebration.
Star Wars Celebration,
yeah,
I probably
because
do.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
That's great.
Because no matter, you don't need to be around famous people to get you excited. Honestly,
true.
being just around the common folk of like regular Star Wars fans is awesome.
Yeah.
Anytime you're in a group of people that's like-minded, whenever I go, because again, we live in New York, and I'm a big Blue Jays fan, so every time I go to Toronto, dude, it's like a miracle. You go around and every single person's wearing jerseys on the street.
Cool.
You're like, this is so cool.
That is
because I
wild.
don't get to experience it, but like once a year.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
That's awesome.
Doing that with anything you love is the best thing ever. So going to Star Wars Celebration, I can't imagine getting to feel that with everybody and just kind of getting heightened together would be so cool. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure, I mean, seeing just some of the sets and stuff that they have for you that you can do and interactive things are awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Be really cool.
I if it's a one-day thing, I'd choose Star Wars. And honestly, CinemaCon would probably be at the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've still never been to Disney World or anything there. So
Oh, dude.
things
you're
like
right.
that are awesome because I still want to go see all those things down there too.
I can't even. You have to promise me that whenever you go to Star Wars Land for the first time, I'm there.
I promise.
I need to be able to see your face when you see the Millennium Falcon for the
I
first
can't.
time. Dude.
I see the videos, dude, and I'm like, I
Oh my
need to go.
gosh.
I need to go.
The entire Disney World experience is amazing.
Yeah.
I cried at that.
Really?
Because it's really so special.
Is it really that immersive? Okay. All right.
Because the way they build it, like there's mountains around the whole thing and like these big rock spires, and it's like they enclose the land so that you don't feel like you're just in a park. You're not like feeling like you're in a division of a park. You feel like you've been transported somewhere.
Yeah.
And
That would be so cool.
it's so crazy. There's
so
there's
cool.
droids. There's like robotic droids that are just going around unattended. There's no like person control. Like they're just
Yeah.
going around. It's nuts, dude. It's crazy. And actually, recently with the new leadership for Star Wars, they've started to phase out the sequel stuff. So now it's just an OT land. It's not even.
Yes,
sequel
I
themed.
actually did see that
So
news.
so I don't believe like Rey is there as much or Kylo. I think now
It's everything. It's
Yes, they're doing like Vader and Han and Leia and all that.
which like. Thank
Killer.
you for not shoving it down our throats. That that we don't like these movies.
It's so cool, dude.
You're gonna like them.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get why you even need to do that.
Right.
If you're gonna sell sell it, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like you've got everything else. It's not like it's not your property.
I'm so glad they didn't double down. Like, I'm so glad it's not like Star Wars Land is like on Jakku. I'm so glad it's like they created a planet for this so that you could make this any era. If you
right.
have to pivot.
It makes so much sense.
It's smart.
Yes.
It's a smart thing, and I have a feeling they knew that. Like they were like, right now the sequels are hitting because The Force Awakens just came out.
Mm-hmm.
But if this ends up like blowing up in our face, we got to be able to pivot on a moment's notice.
Right.
That's what happened. So
Yep.
anyway,
Yes.
off on a
That's it.
tangent. We got a lot of TV stuff to discuss.
Oh baby. Yes,
What do you
we
want to cover first, dude? I'll let you lead the way here. Please walk me through this fantasy land of television.
Want to do super quick, just for a clip.
Yeah?
The Pit Season 2 finale just aired last night.
You watch?
Yes. This season is interesting to me. It was a good show. If I had to give a rating, I'd probably go 8 out of 10
Wow.
for the show. Didn't hit as hard as Season 1. Partly things that I know, obviously, like the Pit Fest stuff that they do in the show was nuts in Season 1. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to top that. And I'm glad in some ways they didn't make it some crazy, uber dramatic thing that happens again, because that doesn't feel as realistic. For some reason, as much as I enjoyed it, there still felt like a little bit of an element of it felt a little more rushed to the first season, and it felt a little bit like we were just lacking something.
Okay.
I felt like everything with Dr. Robbie was kind of it was interesting, but I felt like it kind of just took the spotlight of everything, that like all those interesting connections around the board just didn't quite hit as much as they did before. But a lot of the injuries and stuff are awesome. They're gruesome. It's fun to always be in there. It's one of the most interesting shows I've seen because it is so high. Every second there's something happening. There's not a single bit of downtime ever. And honestly, it's one of the only shows where you're actually craving downtime because you want to see these characters finally get to chat about the thing that's been the glooming thing of the day.
Sure.
And all these other things. It's also funny to me, I've never seen a show like this too, where they totally just bring up all these points of things throughout that are going to be, here's like the big plot points of this is where you're trying to see where these characters go with this and their relationship, and they kind of just don't resolve it. They kind of just leave it. And the way the show works, because I know you haven't seen it,
Sure.
is they do it so that it's 15 episodes and it's an hour of each of the day. So it's one single day, and they just go hour by hour through the whole day. So like episode 1's 7 a.m., then it's 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and it just keeps going.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's just following this whole sequence going around. And then, so the first season came out in their timeline was 9 months before season 2. So they totally just jump. And for season 3 they're jumping again. So it's interesting because like all these things that you get where you don't feel like you get proper conclusions on them, it's not even like the next day they're going to pick them back up. You just have to wait until 9 months and see kind of what happened.
Sure, but it's like you kind of can't, I imagine you can't really blame the characters for not resolving their things like in the moment, because it's like when you put that into perspective, it's like there's no time to.
But as a show, it becomes interesting.
Right, it's tricky.
So what I want to say though is if you're going to do a Pit season 3, it needs to happen at Halloween or Christmas. I need one of the two. It needs to happen so badly. And I would honestly love, I know it's way early, I would love for them to be able to drop that like next Christmas. Maybe that's a stretch, but how awesome would that be? That would be such an awesome season. Even wait a year. I don't even care. Wait for next Halloween. They need to do something like the Friday the 13th, something like that. It would be so good.
Do I have to get into this?
I really like season 1 a lot.
Yeah?
It's good. I mean, if you like that style stuff.
Well, what's the style?
It's an ER show, but it's not like a Grey's Anatomy where it's like drama filled, like, oh, this person's doing this and that's happening. Sure. It's like just strictly drama because of the crazy things going on in an ER room. People. And you're just going hour to hour going through it. That's cool. It's super interesting. But the way they did it in the first season is that basically it's that hour to hour, it's a lot of stuff, and obviously it's your first exposure to the show, so you're just enjoying it, kind of.
Yeah.
And then toward episode 8, something really catastrophic happens, and it like totally throws everything. So like the whole rest of the shift is nuts, like totally nuts.
Okay.
And in season 2, the shift is always nuts. There's always something going on, so it feels that high pace, but there's kind of not that thing to take it to the next level.
Sure.
So it kind of felt a little hindered. So I definitely enjoyed season 1 a lot more.
Okay.
We cover this thing. There's like 3 times that it gets very graphic. I just want to say that it's not like
it's like surgeries and stuff.
Yeah, not like the usual way we say when I say like fair warning, but like warning when you watch this. There are points of graphicness. There's one extreme one
like opening people up and stuff.
Yeah, that's all the time pretty much. But there's some moments where they like show things. There's one. There's like a pregnancy that I knew about ahead of time, so this wasn't an issue. But there's like a pregnancy that they kind of really drastically show it. I knew when it was coming, and you know when it's coming, but just know that happens. Anyway, just wanted to get that out there.
Is it like a C-section or something?
No, it's like them actually like going into labor and all the stuff, and they like show it from different angles. And anyway,
wow.
So it's weird, but you know.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, maybe I'll check it out.
Interesting.
So what was the reasoning behind like Halloween or Christmas?
I just think it would make it so interesting. You got to have different style of injuries. They did this one around 4th of July. The first season was just the first season. Like it kind of just was taking place. There was no big thing. It was around.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 4th of July was this one. So you had people like there was like a water slide accident, like things like that.
I see.
I'm thinking about it. Like imagine you had something cool with it. Like what if you mixed like a horror element to it? Maybe that's crazy talk.
Sure.
But like maybe there was actually some random spree thing going on, so that creates like a situation where a bunch of people have to come in because some crazy party went nuts or something. Halloween. I don't know. You can make it interesting with the costumes. It can just make it more fun. Yeah. Christmas, it's Christmas. I mean, it's just fun playing it around there.
That'd be cool.
Anyway,
somebody's gagging on a turkey leg or something.
That's my pit talk. Thank you.
Huh? Cool, dude.
Yeah.
Sweet. What are you feeling?
What do you want to get into next?
You tell me. What are we feeling? First show. You think about how hard TV's cooking right now. What's the first one that comes to mind?
I'm sorry, Invincible.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Go for it.
Do you want to start there?
I mean,
try to be quick, but
I feel like we've
spoiler warnings for these episodes.
We've been so fortunate to have for everything going forward. We've been so fortunate to have the same conversation for the last month on was that episode the best one that they've done yet? Is this episode in the top 3 conversation? Dude. Holy moly, dude. This show is... I mean, can we please just agree, and I'm so glad that you feel this way, too. The animation could be better, but, like, the conversation isn't even worth having to me. The story is so good right now that it's like...
mental.
How are you getting caught up in the animation, dude?
I don't care. You know? I really don't care. And I'm assuming, given the cliffhanger at the end of episode 7... 8's going to be unbelievable. I just can't imagine 8 not being perfect, like a perfect episode.
Can I say I haven't been this excited for like the next season of Invincible like as I am with this. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't been this fired up to see what happens next. Like, I mean, again, so much still has to happen in the finale here. I'm so excited to see what happens in 5.
Yes. Dude, it's so good. But the way they set it up, this 4-episode run we're on, from 5, 6, 7, and 8, we talked last week, I think, about the Clone Wars episodes that run. This 4-episode run might be one of the best I've ever seen.
It's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
It's crazy. It's nuts.
It's just so funny because the first 4 episodes were fine, but they were like so not this. This
is just a lot of setup.
We said it. I listened back to our podcast the other day because I was actually curious about it, and we're both like, it's just we kind of want that feeling again. Oh my gosh. Talk about getting that feeling. Thrag. I made a TikTok about it, but Thrag, dude, the apology needs to be just as loud as the disrespect. Is he still doing his nose and crying? Yeah, I don't give a crap.
I think the voice complements the character.
The dude can bend air. He freaking punches Nolan, sends him into the next realm. I don't even know how they beat him. How do you beat him?
I have no idea.
You can't.
I think you have to win the mental game.
Yes.
You just have to break his spirit. Like, he's a guy that's broken to the point of his people are almost extinct, but he's still convinced that he can bring them back.
Yeah.
You have to get him to a place where he just accepts their fate. Mm-hmm. I think that's how you beat him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have people that can take him out. It's not Mark, I'll tell you that. But you have people in this...
Do they? I don't think they do.
I think they have some people that could, like, do some damage.
No.
You turn that...
I disagree.
You turn that... You turn that gun on Space Racer gun on him.
Fair. Okay, Space Racer is the one I'll give you a chance on.
Man.
And you know what? The poison stuff.
Yeah.
That's fair. But let me say it this way. Do you remember in Season 1 when Red Rush is running and he's coming around and you see Nolan notice it and he like starts moving ahead of time, like eerie to Henry Cavill.
Yeah, like in
with
Justice
Flash.
League.
They do the same kind of parallel there. Mm-hmm. And he does it and catches him. Thrag does that to Nolan in this episode. To Nolan!
And like, Nolan's still doing damage on him, which tells me that it's just like, even still, he's getting
the better
tossed
of him.
around.
I was alone watching this episode. I was literally hollering in my room at certain points. He did the Kobe pump fake video?
Yes, yeah.
He did that with the Space Racer blast. It goes right in front of his face, and he literally just...
Yeah, he stood there.
He no-sells it. He just sits there. That was the second I was... Oh my
awesome.
Gosh.
Oh,
dude,
so great.
He was so good.
Man.
He was so good. And you talked about Lee Pace with the voice. I thought it was great. The way they show it, where he like does that. There's the 2 iterations of him. The over emotional, like higher pitched, like he's just in the moment, and then he like brings himself back, where he's like, well, and he has that separate where he kind of knows where it makes such a complex character, and I love it.
I love it.
He's not just one dimensional.
Last week, I want to add on to my statements from last week, because what I said was his voice maybe doesn't make him as much of a threat as the others from the offset, and absolutely not. And I stand by that, of course. Like any villain shows up and they talk, and it's like, no, you're gonna be like, all right, what's the big whoop?
Right.
I mean, now that we've seen this character fleshed out, we know his motivations, we know his frustrations, we know like where his intentions are with these heroes. And what his mission is, and the lengths he's willing to go to get it done. I think that the voice complements him perfectly. I think that it's such a cool contrast to the J.K. Simmons, every character has that deep macho man voice. You have this character, I love the duality of the stoic speech guy when he's composed and calm and cold, and he's speaking in front of people, he's trying to figure out which Viltrumite killed the Emperor. And then he's weeding them all out, and he's saying, just have at it until we eradicate
Purge
this
weakness from inside.
Yes, we eradicate the weakness from our species. And then you've got him like speaking to Mark. Mark saying, I killed Conquest, and I'll kill you too, and him saying like, show me then. Like you've got all these cool moments. But however, I think the high pitch complements him in the moments when the Viltrum blows up, or he realizes the Space Racer is headed straight for the core, or he drops the skull. As much as it's been memed, and he lets out these shrieks or whatever, you see the deep, calm, cool, cold thing is a facade. Mm-hmm. And I just think that's so awesome. You see that he's a man who has no limits to the lengths he's willing to go to bring his people back. Mm-hmm. But anything that threatens that, he immediately is like a deer in headlights, because he's like, no, we're so close. Like we got to get there. It's you're at the end of you're playing Mario. And you're fighting Bowser at the end of the world, but you have one life left, and if he kills you here, you got to go back to the first level. This is where Thrag is at. Like, I love that, dude. I think it's so cool because it's so unlike the Viltrumite thing, where their confidence is a facade. Usually their confidence and their arrogance is just who they are. And I love that Thrag seems to have this multifaceted personality to him. I think it's so cool.
Yes.
So great. So layered.
You're so right. Yes. Because the Viltrumite thing has always been, yes, they have this blind faith to where you're going.
Yeah.
But it's always just this pure love of the game. We're just going to fight because we got to fight.
Yeah, I just
There's
love
never
violence.
been emotion. And now you actually see that there's more than that. There is a love and admiration for your people. Like, we've been seeing this whole season about how crooked Viltrum is. And you see it that it's like, it makes no sense that these people are actually real humans. And then you see stuff like this and you're like, okay, there is some semblance of humanity in Thrag.
Yeah.
Because clearly he cares this much about this.
Right. He's like, I've seen the damage you've done to our people.
Yes.
I'm willing to put that aside if you work with me to bring our people back.
Yes.
That,
right.
You know, he's desperate. He's desperate to just have people again.
Yes. And I've seen specifically people annoyed about the decision at the end, which, again, we're doing spoilers, but at
Going
the
to
end,
Earth?
when he spares Mark,
Oh,
and
yes,
basically you kind of know that he hasn't killed Nolan as well. I mean, I don't know if he thinks that or not, but when he spares Mark, I think it makes total sense. He's sitting there literally seeing in real time his world exploding in front of him. All his people dying. He's looking at the people around him, and it's small. It makes sense. He just tried to get Nolan to go on his side, and even while still fighting him again and again, the third time over, he's still trying to get him on his side. If you're thinking that with Mark, I mean, if he knows he can just whoop him like that, he might as well try to... He knows he can whoop anybody. That's what Thrag's at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he try to keep them around so that way he can eventually, hopefully, turn them into that?
What was interesting to me is the sacrifice he made after he told Mark and Oliver that, like, they weren't... You're not one of us, you know what I mean? And then he spares them because they're all he has left. It's like, well, I'll take what I can get. You know what I mean? Because I just don't have people anymore.
Yeah.
Now, at the end...
What a cliffhanger.
They're coming to Earth.
They're coming to Earth.
Can I ask... The show's supposed to go on for 8 seasons.
Dude.
So I guess
I don't know.
I guess my question is, do the Viltrumites go to Earth to overtake it? And then everybody just goes to stop them? And then they end up coexisting somehow? Like, how does that work? How do you tell a story?
I don't know.
What do you do?
Well, let me tell you something. Do you want
Because I know that there's some stuff with some of these Viltrumites.
Yes.
They hang around for quite a bit.
they definitely do. I think Anissa might too. Yeah.
Anissa does some damage here, dude.
she does
So I
some
guess my
damage.
question is, like, but, like, why is she there? Like, why is that just stuff that's happening?
I don't know.
They're building this up like it's a confrontation. They're coming to Earth, and we got to get them out.
Well, I'm just struggling to see... Well, two things.
Yeah.
First off, I think this is what they're going to do with it. I think they're going to go, but I think a lot of people are forgetting in this right now with Invincible. They've got a secret weapon on Earth right now. They might have Thrag coming, but we've got Immortal.
It's good. We're over. It's over.
I was just doing... We're all good here, Ben Simmons. Or
We have
LeBron.
Paul.
We've got Ben Simmons.
We have Paul.
Yeah, we have Paul. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do without them just losing. Is this the first finale we have since season 1 where they lose, technically?
I think it should be.
I feel like they need to. I don't know how you win this.
I think it should
There's
be, dude.
no way. They're all beat up. Mark and Nolan and Oliver are cooked, which Oliver get... can we...
Send him
I
back?
freaking...
It should have been Oliver's end here.
Can I hold on.
I don't know how this story ends up going. I don't know how the comics go. This should have been where Oliver gives us the old bow out.
What was it? I have it written down.
Oliver should not have his...
Hey, a black hole called. It wants its suck back.
Dude.
I'm so sick of his one-liners. Every time he dishes out one of those one-liners and immediately bum rushes them, it is the worst outcome ever.
Can I say the second he said hey, I was like, it's over. He's dead. He's dead.
Why does he not learn? Oh, I don't think the Thrag guy is going to live up to the hype. Dog, you got handed by Conquest. Oh, I helped beat Conquest. No, you didn't do anything.
You got
stretched, and then you almost got literally sent into the shadow.
Literally put over the knee, bare butt spanked, dude. Both times.
Both. Just insane stuff.
Both
and then
bare butt spank, dude.
I'm going to charge Thrag.
Yeah?
Black hole called. Wants its suck back. Dude, I'm so sick of him. I'm so sick of him.
Can I say, just when I was starting to kind of like Oliver,
I know,
too,
and then he did this.
because I love the stuff they did with him and Nolan when Mark was out cold, you know? Mm-hmm. And then you just got to get him throwing out these one-liners. Like, why are you not hanging back? Why are you not riding on the back of Space Racer? Because you know you're not built for this.
Dude, yeah. Right.
You're not built for this, dude.
Yeah. I will issue
this one out, buddy.
Yeah, I'll issue an apology to Tech Jacket. I thought At the first time, I was like, "There's nothing tech.
why
Tech
is she
Jacket
here?
can't do a thing.
Right,
Why would they? Oh, we need to go get Tech Jacket." I was like, "What in the world?" And then I started this episode. I went, "Oh,
She's pretty good.
yeah,
Pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
And I love her dynamic with Alan, I'll say.
yeah."
Pretty cool.
Huh?
Pretty cool. There was another line that made me cringe out. It wasn't
From
Oliver.
them?
No, just in this episode. I think it was Alan's wife. She's like, "Now go save the galaxy or something." You remember that
I
part?
hate her. Is she in the mole? Can we talk? Wait. Let's talk about this.
Because there is still one out there.
There's a mole. That's what Thaddeus was talking about the whole time.
He was like, "How did you know we were coming?"
Yes. Is it her?
I thought it was Thetis. I'm not gonna lie.
You thought it was? I thought it was. The whole time I thought it's her. The whole time.
I was suspicious of Thetis because I was like, it's just too good to be true.
Yeah.
Like because I was like,
Lead them to their death.
Well, that's what I thought. My thought process was Thetis he's been given a mission by the Viltrumites to get together a group of the only people in the galaxy or in the universe that could take out the remaining Viltrumites. You bring them to Viltrum, and then the Viltrumites kill them.
Just wipe them.
So when he ripped his head off his neck, I was like, oh, okay, so not Thetis. I'll tell you that. Who is it then?
I don't know. But they kind of keep mentioning it, but not enough to make it seem like it's a direct point. Like,
That's
they said,
interesting.
how did he know
Might
we were
be.
coming? But they've never mentioned it since then.
Right.
Like, why is that not a bigger deal?
I wonder.
Is it her?
Maybe.
What's her name? Talia?
Sure.
Taglia?
Sure.
I don't know. Talia? I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe. That's a good theory, dude.
But I don't know. But that feels like that should be a bigger point of emphasis right now than it is.
I'm sure it's going to be revealed.
Sure.
There's no way we glaze over that. We haven't had like a plot hole in this show really, like a significant one ever. So I'm sure they'll cover that at some point. But I guess my outstanding one is, I'm even sure we'll have some answers in this next episode. Mm-hmm. How is this going to work? Because you clearly can't kill half of these Viltrumites that are heading to Earth right now. So how do you drive them out of Earth?
They say 40 left, and then we watched on screen probably 10 die.
Yeah.
In this episode. So
Yeah.
I'm like thinking to myself, and at the end they only had like 7 of them right there.
Yeah. So
how does this go?
Right. Where are the others again?
Did you see the picture of Lucan when he's reacting to the? Can I pull that up?
Oh yeah, when the planet blows up.
and everyone was like,
Steve Harvey?
Yeah,
Have
they
you
were
seen
like, why
this
does
Steve
bro
Harvey?
look so cute?
The light's just on his face.
Yeah, look.
He looks like Steve Harvey, dude. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Anyway,
I'm very excited for
I'm
the finale.
so excited. It's gonna be so good.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Yeah.
Daredevil?
Talk about
Oh my gosh, dude.
two generational episodes in 1 week is nuts.
I want to stand up and clap for this show, dude. I'm having so much fun.
They just took it.
Why is it so much better than season 1? What the heck? Who was in charge of this
I don't know.
first
I
season
don't
of
know.
Born Again, dude?
Can I say why I think this episode was so much better, real quick?
Yeah.
I think
If you can narrow it down to only a couple things.
this episode, every action's been fantastic this season. It's been so good, and it was last episode too.
Mm-hmm.
The reveals were great. This was the first episode. I feel like the thing that made the Netflix show so good was that it wasn't an action-y thing. It was more about dialogue and feeling.
You're totally right.
And I feel like this was the first time they actually went into a proper like story that wasn't just, are we going to punch our way out of this? It was like, holy cow, the levels to this are nuts.
Well, not just Marvel,
Nuts.
not just Daredevil, but Marvel in general.
Yes.
Specifically, the street level realm of the MCU.
Like the deeper storytelling to it is, I'm getting chills right now. Do you see that?
Yeah, I do. When the characters can only duke it out to a certain point, you have nowhere else to go but to the heart of who these characters are. Because that's where you can do some damage, or that's where you can really impact people and move the story forward. You can't really do like a big punch-out fight between like Daredevil and Fisk all the time. It's not going to work.
Yep.
So you need to dig into the stuff with Vanessa, and you need to, and Karen and Foggy needs to go, and you need to start cutting around some of these characters so that you can paint the warfare between these characters, between good and evil, goes beyond just the punches thrown. It has to go down to the root of who these characters are and how you can challenge them and push them to a point where the animosity and the disparities between the good side and the evil almost become tainted on each side. Kingpin almost becomes humanized by, spoiler, the loss of Vanessa. And Matt, for the first 4 episodes of this show, has become dehumanized by the loss of Foggy. You see the scales kind of tip in the wrong directions, and then they start to level out, and that's...
But then it's about their response.
You know what I mean? And then when the characters remember who they are, like Kingpin, regardless of if Vanessa lived or died, was always meant to get back to a point where his corruption and his evil nature was going to be his undoing. Mm-hmm. The people of New York are bound to see the person he is, and he's going to expose himself. The only way that happens is if Vanessa dies and something happens where you reach the heart of who Kingpin is, to the point where the facade starts wearing and the curtain starts to get pulled back.
Yep.
Matt, in order for him to even have a right to take on Fisk, you had to get him back to a place where he can extend a hand to somebody he would never be able to forgive before and remember who he is, and then the two can meet.
I got emotional watching that Mercy bit. That was really well done. That was one of the most beautiful things they've done.
That's perfect, dude.
When Matt immediately ran off, I was like, wow, okay. I was like, that's so not him. That's interesting. Mm-hmm. And then to have that, the way they used the flashbacks in this episode, again, as you talk about the duality, talking about both these characters and seeing both sides of them, the way they used both of these with the flashbacks was just unbelievable. Mm-hmm. And I felt like this was the first time post-Foggy, they kill Foggy, and I was so upset about it. Not because I was upset that they killed him. I just felt like it was too bold of a swing to start without some sort of ground to stand on to make you feel like it was a big moment.
Yes.
It felt too rushed to me.
You had to,
and I still feel that way. But I feel like the way they brought back him to have these moments makes that death feel so more earned. Like, they have made me realize that, like, he's still... like, Foggy's still part of him. Mm-hmm. It's the fact that even though he's gone, like, it allows Matt to be opened up to these other concepts and ideas. Because now it's not just mercy because he's having mercy against a guy that tries to kill people. It's him having mercy against the person that killed his best friend.
And it's the best way that he can memorialize his friend.
Because that's what his friend would have wanted.
Exactly.
It's just genius.
It's awesome. And you know what? I'll say that the first season of Born Again felt so tonally different from the original show. We've discussed this for several weeks now, that... like you said, when Foggy gets killed off rip, it feels like a abrupt, unearned decision for the show to make. Mm-hmm. Feels like they have no right to make that decision.
Yes.
Now that you have spent a new season with the right people at the helm, telling a story of grief and loss and pain and recovery, you now bridge the gap through flashbacks and through, leveling the scales a bit with Kingpin now losing someone. You bridge the gap a bit. So now the decision in the beginning of Born Again Season 1 doesn't feel like a abrupt change or an abrupt decision from a brand new show. Mm-hmm. It feels like a earned decision, and the first 3 seasons of Daredevil are the build-up. It doesn't feel like there's no build-up.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like the first 3 are the build-up.
Right.
And now it feels like by the time we reach Season 5 and Matt learns to forgive and do the right thing, I mean, it just all feels like it's come together so nicely.
Yeah.
And, man, I don't think I've seen flashbacks be used so tastefully in ages, dude. Like, no fan service involved. The show is not what it is without those flashbacks. We don't have the context we need. It's not as emotional. Like, those flashbacks were so necessary, and it wasn't meant for a cheer. It wasn't meant for, like, a big, like, viral reaction. It was meant to just be, like, the only way Matt learns to forgive Bullseye and do the right thing here is if he remembers his friend in a light other than his death. Mm-hmm. It's so good, dude.
Mm-hmm. I still affect.
Can't wait to see an unhinged Wilson Fisk.
That was
he's going to hit the roof.
So, to call him out, Cam did not like the decision to have Kingpin cry, and you and I think, were both very on board with. That was some of the best acting I've seen from him, period, as
great.
Fisk.
It's great.
I also think it shows that, like, there is still a little bit of human in him.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is his thing. He's not crying because he lost because the starship or whatever went down or something. Like, none of that ever gets him. He is cold and except Vanessa. Does not play about his Vanessa.
Yeah. We talked, it's the same thing with Thrag, dude. This is exactly what a character like him needs.
Complexity.
Yes, when you have been reigning over a city and an underworld for so long, just based off of fear, and something happens to you where the people who fear you see you in a fearful position, the power scales tip.
Yep.
And all things are on the table now.
Mm-hmm.
What a cool thing. Like you said, Fisk is cold and calculated and heartless to a fault, and the fault just got stripped from him. And now he's got, like, no base to stand on. He's got nothing. And the power means nothing, because the power was always a way to... It almost seemed like he was on an endless mission to prove himself and his worth and his capability as, like, a leader to Vanessa. It was like he was doing it for her.
Mm-hmm.
You take that away from him, he's got nothing. He's just a man,
Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting is if she had died an episode ago from the fight, he could have blamed Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Now with the pineapple juice thing, he's got nowhere to go but himself. And, of course, I'm sure he'll still blame vigilantes, saying if vigilantes didn't...
It wouldn't have been in that situation.
If vigilantes weren't such a scourge on our city, she wouldn't have died. But,
Dude,
man.
When it started, and they show her alive, basically, I was like, man, that's such a disappointment, because you and I just talked about how awesome it was that she is gone because of what it could mean. And I was like, this is And then, when they do everything they did, though, they made it 10 times better by keeping her alive because of what you just said, but also by the use of the flashbacks, because they made it so much more where you could understand the feeling inside of Fisk's mind.
Yeah.
And you also have more time for him to be able to kind of process it, but kind of in a worse way. Him to be able to see how awful this truly is, instead of it just being, oh, Vanessa got killed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, he thought he had her. Oh, man.
Can I...
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
How awesome was it to see Wesley?
Oh, what a cool cameo. Again, that was just so cool.
Him and Buck meeting up too?
That was awesome, bridging that gap.
Where were you?
The whole sequence, the Goodfellas type sequence where Buck was driving, what's his face, to his...
Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel to
And
his...
I'm
Daniel
loving his character.
Now, is that BB in the car?
I will flip out if it's BB. I think that would be incredible if they did that.
That would be such a cool
I don't
move.
think they're going to do that off screen, though.
What a gutsy move.
Do you think they would have?
Maybe.
I mean, it seemed like Buck knew exactly who it was.
I mean, they kind of took Cherry out of the show, no sweat. I mean, they're kind of on a mission to, make you forget about these characters from the last season.
Do you really think... Wow. Do you think that
what
it is?
What a power move that would be.
I
would respect the heck out of the show. It's either BB or it's the reporter that tried to get into the hospital and was turned away.
Yeah.
And Buck made an example out of him. Basically just to show Daniel, hey, you didn't even know this guy, but this is what happened.
I feel like that's too dark for them. I will stand
BB?
up from my seat and plot if it is BB.
I will too.
But I feel like they wouldn't do that off camera the way they did. Not saying it's not a good idea. I'm just saying I don't think they would do that off camera.
I agree, but it's what a
you know
cool
what I mean?
What a
Like
cool
they don't
move.
just have it be something like that. I think because again, when Ben Urich died, they showed a full thing of it actually happening. Like I'd be surprised since she is a big enough character if they just had it where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
she just bit the dust.
And they've covered so much of like her BB, the Urich report or whatever it is, or whatever, where the BB report.
I think it's too easy for that just to happen. But
yeah, I mean it's cool. It's either way, it's cool because Daniel learns a lesson. Hey, listen, buddy, this guy, this reporter that you have no idea who he is, you don't know who he is, but he's just a normal guy that was trying to provide for himself, and he thought he found like a good story, and he showed up at this hospital looking for an interview, and he I just killed him because of your irresponsibility, your lack of responsibility for your actions.
Buck is awesome.
Or it's BB, and it's like, hey, I'll kill your family and your friends if you keep acting up. So either way, it's a good lesson for Daniel. And I honestly, if there's a character I haven't taken seriously for 2 seasons, it's Daniel. So it'd be cool to see him kind of flip a switch.
See, that's the thing. Season 1 did not like him at all. Season 2, I've loved Daniel.
He's okay in season
No,
2.
I've loved him. I think they're doing great with him.
Yeah.
They're
Much better.
really
He's
using
much
him.
better.
Now,
what the heck who is Charles, dude? What is going on with
I
this
don't
guy?
know. That's the thing. The core story of Daredevil has been fantastic.
It's amazing.
I'm so confused about the side stuff.
Yep.
I don't know how it fits in.
We got White Tiger.
It feels so distant now to me.
Yeah, we've got
And almost,
a couple
honestly,
side characters that we haven't seen in a couple episodes.
because we've had 2 straight episodes of just the main thing that we want to see.
Yeah.
So I'm like, now is that going to feel like a step down?
A little bit, probably.
But people keep saying the season just keeps getting better.
I know.
Which now I believe wholeheartedly when people said that. You remember when
People
they said
say, people said episode 7 and 8 is some of the best Marvel TV of all time.
that?
I believe it.
I believe it too.
I believe it. Do you think Kingpin dies? Because have you seen Vincent D'Onofrio recently?
Yeah.
He's like shredded, dude. He's like cut. The guy's like 80 pounds soaking wet. He's in great shape.
That's a tough call. Would you? That's a bold call. Like, it's not. It is, but it's not. You know what I mean? Because he's been around 5 seasons. It feels like at some point he's got to get his
He's either imprisoned or killed at the end of the season.
But I feel kind of disappointed to not get a Spider-Man Fisk ever.
I know.
Things like that bum me.
The endless possibilities of the multiverse, though, we forget.
But you're right. I mean, at a certain point, something's got to give.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to lose at some point.
Mm-hmm. He's either imprisoned or killed. And we saw...
We've already seen his arc.
Our main man, Luke Cage, the actor, dropped a couple bombs about... we saw Matt Murdock in a prison outfit in a jumpsuit, so we know that something happens to Matt. And Charlie Cox isn't growing a beard for nothing.
Yeah.
So there's that. Mm-hmm. We know the Defenders are coming back.
That's the funniest thing ever. Do you think Kevin Feige, like... He immediately brings him back, and the second he brings him back, he immediately spoils it. It's like, come on, dude.
I don't know, dude.
So bad.
I don't know. But I'll tell you what. I mean, if a leak's going to happen, it came at the perfect time. I mean, the public sentiment around this show has never been higher.
Yeah.
And now it just got such a boost. The Defenders are coming back. We might finally get a proper Iron Fist. Luke Cage might be president. Matt's in prison. Spider-Man's in prison in Brand New Day.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, dude? You feeling
good?
Maul?
Yeah. Last but not least, we got Maul Shadowlord, episode 3 and 4. Wow.
Gosh, dude, just start. I'm just having so much fun.
I'm
just having so much fun right now as a person.
I just can't believe it. I can't believe that this is the third worst thing to come out this week of the 3.
You know?
But like, it's still so good. Each episode looks better when more episodes are released. I'll say that too. Mm-hmm. The story. I mean, I know that's the case for a lot of things, but I really mean that with this.
Yeah. I want this show to go on for like 6 seasons.
The fight sequences look so good.
I want you could, by all means, take your time, build up to like an Inquisitor showdown in this one. Next season, build up to Vader. Next season, build up to a Palpatine thing. I don't know.
Do it again.
Season after that, you know, you could do anything. You could tell the story of the already previously planned canceled Solo trilogy. You could do that in this show. Mm-hmm. You could have Han Solo and Kira show up. Dude, you could do a ton of stuff. Mm-hmm. Man. Maul is going to be the villain of the Solo trilogy. He's going to be the main bad guy, the head honcho. Because they were going to try and take out the Pikes and the whatever syndicate. Mm-hmm. You could do so much, dude. There's so many possibilities with this show, and it's rocking so hard. That rating on Rotten Tomatoes is well deserved, dude. Across the board, critic and audience. Man, it's so much fun. I'm liking every character. Lawson, like seeing him kind of unravel. He's trying to like keep things quiet, and the droids are starting to like kind of rebel and just stick to protocol, and they're reaching out to the Empire. We see the Empire show up at the end.
Dude, that ending.
What a cool shot, dude.
Dude, you know how I said the weight of the lightsaber thing? The way when that ship comes in, like it felt like that's a Star Destroyer. You know what I'm saying? Dude. Like it was heavy, it was big, it was just monstrous.
And you had the Imperial March in the background, and you know what? Like I appreciate Star Wars for trying to branch out from the music that has been repeated and repeated and repeated, but just to return to like a classic track like that, just chills, dude. I got actual chills. It was so cool.
Yeah. I love what they're doing too with the I don't know their names, but the Padawan what's
Devin?
his name? Devin and Daiku, or what's his name?
It's something
Daku?
like that. I can't remember. I can't remember his name, but
I won't
Devin,
say. Yeah. But I love what they're doing because Maul, like, he's
taking his time.
The
with
psychology,
he's
what he's doing. Yes, he's showing her, and you can like kind of see it working with Devin. That he's showing her basically like your way is not working. Your master's weak. He's weak, and he's so set in his ways that he can't change. He's not going to be able to do anything.
I love it.
And it's like, I'm not intentionally not going to kill you guys, so you can just slowly see that he has nothing on me.
It's the same thing he did with Ahsoka.
Yes.
It's we have a common enemy. Look where your morals got us, to the exact same place I am. We're standing right next to each other right now.
But Ahsoka had a firm foundation in Anakin, even if it was unfounded, or what am I looking for? Unfounded? Yeah, unfounded. Yeah. Versus this, where all of a sudden it's like, man, I don't know. I don't know. He's getting his butt beaten.
Right.
But
I'm not just telling you how this is.
Look at it. Yeah,
like
see
you can see it right next to you. We're both standing in the underworld right now because we both have to hide from the Empire. Like we have the same enemy. I'm just saying, you being a good guy and asking people for, you know, a little bit of food on the side of the streets, getting you nowhere.
Yes.
You know?
That's why Maul's so good, because Maul, it seems like he's got 50 things going on in his head right now. He's got game plans for this and that and this and that. Like, he knows like, he's a very smart character. What a good show. And I mean, it looks fantastic. The fights,
Oh, it looks
lightsaber
great. It
fights
sounds great.
have never been better.
Sam Witwer a couple weeks ago was talking about how he integrated the screams into the lightsabers. Then he said
The whispers.
we also put some Sith chants and whispers into the hum of the lightsaber.
And you heard it in that? Give me that.
It's crazy, dude. I'm having so much fun with this show.
Yeah.
It just feels
having
it's
so
that
much fun
Star
in
Wars
general.
feeling, dude. Yes, just everything. Everything. Like the worst 3 days of the week are now the ones I'm looking forward to the most, dude.
Yeah.
Every day just feels like it has something special to look
I'm
forward to.
so disappointed we're getting out of the stretch. Like, next week we lose Invincible, and then...
Yeah, but then we get all the other stuff. Then we got the Punisher thing to look forward to. We got
right.
Star Wars.
But this is such an unmatched stretch. Sometimes in these stretches like this that we've been in since, I'd say, the last, 2 months with this podcast, there's not a second to breathe where you and I just have a free week to talk about something else.
I know.
I can't imagine, what were we talking about in September? You know what I mean?
I think we were talking about how Star Wars was down bad, which is, hey, look where we are
I just
now.
can't believe
I know we were talking about Toy Story.
Yeah.
The ending of Toy Story. How you
The
should
ending
end
of
Toy Story.
Yeah.
Man.
What a clip.
But dude, well, I mean, what's great is all three of those shows are cooking. And next year they'll be cooking again this time of year.
Yeah.
So
yeah. How blessed are we?
Let's just keep doing this.
Is that official? Is Daredevil doing another season next year?
Yeah, that's what the Defenders
Is
thing
it
is.
from... What do you mean?
The Defenders.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know they're doing another one. But I
Oh,
mean,
it just
are they
doesn't
doing
come
it?
out next year.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Sick. Awesome.
The question just is, especially if Doom creates Battleworld at the end of Doomsday, how does that fit in? If everybody's in some multiversal world, if Earth doesn't even exist anymore, how do you tell some street level story? Isn't everybody in Battleworld?
I don't know. It's a good point.
But I guess we'll have to find out.
I guess we will.
You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. You happy there?
I'm very happy.
Yeah.
CinemaCon's over.
We're up.
I think all the shows are cooking. Just the happiest time to be two guys in a podcast in a hot room with a couple rabid
Hot old
dogs
room.
barking in the in the yard.
That's good.
Man.
But as always, the black hole called. It wants its suck back.